Hey there friends, welcome back. I'm Genevieve and I do take requests for any types of videos, and thanks to Desondario for requesting that I do the spellment upgrade video for Forest Lord. Oh yes, life is getting the love. Aw, cute little turtle there. So let's get into it. Open up that spell deck, click on the ever glowing spell writing tab. Let's minimize these by just choosing life for my life. Ah, Forest Lord, you are glorious. So the difference between these two paths, right now, Forest Lord, is no advanced combat. No fun. If you choose to upgrade your spell on the upper path, it will stay at this current time that this video is made. We know how often it changes. Right now, the entire top path is no advanced combat. So no PvP, no raids, no special dungeons, things like that, you know. But the damage goes up quite a bit by the time you max it up. It actually only goes up by 40, so it's okay. Goes up by 10, and then 10 again, and then 10 again, and then 10 again. It's not too bad. I do wish it was a little bit more just because it's life, and you know how much life doesn't have the massive amount of damage, but it does have a lot of boosts. At least mine does. Talking about those pets and those wands and the gear. Yes, go blades. Anyhow, if you pick the bottom path to upgrade it to, don't forget, you can right click on any of these to have a nice description that you can hover over to tell you what it does. All right, first of all, it is a target enemy. Yeah, I know it should have that over here, or at least some way to let you know, like this icon. It's a thing for me that they don't use the same icons. This is why this looks like it's like a single hit, and this is AoE because this is AoE symbol and they don't put it on this one. I don't know, that's just what they do. Now this one doesn't show initial damage, so we'll definitely test this one out and see if it only does this, which I highly doubt, or if it does a set amount of damage and then it's just divided between how many enemies you choose. And it'll use up, or gambit, up to 4 positive charms or helpful charms. Now remember, for life, those can also be healing charms. Very important, because a lot of times the bad guys don't remove those. And it'll do a damage over time on the target or targets. And yeah, you know, this is so confusing. I totally get why you wanted to do this one. So it does a 145 damage over 4 rounds and 830 life damage over time over 5 rounds. So yeah, we'll see what it does without using up blades, and then we will see what it does just using up those blades, because luckily you can cast blades on yourself. Thank goodness. Yay. All right, let's do it. We already know how awesome Forest Lord is and is able to do just a whole bunch of massive amount of damage to everybody. So let's start with the bottom path, because you know, you might just decide it's kind of trash, we don't want that, and then just go for the upper one. All right, make sure you have the correct one highlighted. We want to go for the bottom path. Yes. And sadly, we don't have quite enough to get it to tier 3, but that's okay. We can still test out the cool mechanic. All right, we got those blades. We have this helpful charm here. So this one is the item card. You can also double that up with our own. Now I would say, hey, we can use this one, but accuracy is going to get used up as soon as you cast it. So there you go. And then there's a brilliant light, just to have a little bit of variety. You know what? She's in a guild. I'm not going to go fight those. You know what's going to happen if I go over there. We're going to have to fight some creatures I really don't want to fight right now. Let's go over here. By the way, isn't it so nice to be in Azteca when it's not exploding all the time? I miss it. Alrighty, I don't want to defeat these, and they only have 2,000 health. Shoot, I have a damage aura and a blade, so I think I'm not going to boost it up. I'm just going to see what happens when we choose them, and let's go. So honestly, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen with this, because it doesn't say it does damage. It only lists what happens after it uses up some positive charms. Besides, if I did defeat them, then we wouldn't see the other effect. So hopefully they'll have a little bit of resist against me. I should have picked a life creature. You're gonna crit. I knew it! Oh. Well, okay. I'm so confused on that. Okay. So it is Force Lord is only, wow. Okie doke. That's, yeah, that's very interesting. So I don't even know what it has on it because it never tells you what's on them. It's so aggravating. Whoops. I went to right click it to read it and I deleted it. Well, I guess we could just see what happens with their damage because that's crazy stuff. Okay, 200 something and then something. Okay, and then you 200 something and can't read it. So it's quite a bit of damage. No, don't kill it. It's gonna die. It does a lot of damage, actually. Well, I guess we'll just, you know, let it go. Bye-bye. Okay, well, it turns Force Lord into AoEs. Gotcha. Wow, that's some crappy rewards. Alright, this time I'm just going to steal their souls. I'm not going to boost it up in any way. I'm not going to put any positive charms on me because I want to see what it does without those. Because I did have quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because I had the 2 extras from the Spirit Blade. And then I had the 2 healing ones. Shoot, I might have only had 1 for the healing. Oh yeah, I was supposed to also see if I could boost it up with the Sun Enchant spell too. Maybe the 830 is the regular one it does. I'm not sure. I'm just curious what you can boost up. 830, yeah, nothing changed on that whatsoever. That's very interesting. And the best part about doing that is I don't have to worry about them and their silly old earthquakes bothering me. Okay, so 1, 2, pow. Let's see what a regular old bottom path Force Lord will do. I should put the angle lower. Okay, so it's 1. Yes, it is 1 overtime. Well, there's another overtime though. I'm so confused. I'm so confused on this thing, honestly. Oh my goodness. It's so weird. If they would change the angle so I could actually see what damage they're taking, then I would at least be able to see if the regular plain old Force Lord gives both of those. Because as is, I don't know what it does. I really don't. Because I gambit 3 positive charms and it only gave me 1 additional one if the plain old Force Lord gives 2 overtimes. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe you all know what's going on exactly. I don't know. I guess I just need a long, drawn-out description. I shouldn't. Alright, well, I got my boosts. Let's go. Pow, pow, pow. Needs to be lightened up. Look at it. It's so dark. Which is really weird because this area here is bright. Okay, it used up all my stuff. Yeah. So I'm very confused about this Force Lord. Now, of course, I will never know because, you know, can't see the damage. But I wonder if you targeted 2, but one of them died, so you only actually hit 1, would it change the amount that it's going to be putting on to the 1 surviving target? Or will it still just go by the numbers it was going to when there was 2? Well, it seems what you have to try and decide for yourself is, do you want the ability to target individual enemies and do overtime damage to them? Or do you want to just hit all enemies in one massive attack? That's basically why you would choose one or the other for this path. So it's pretty easy to decide on that part. If you don't need an AoE, maybe you've already got Rat Spin or Zayn the Bandit. But the thing that I love the most about spellements is not only do you get to choose what you do with them, but if it's just not your cup of tea, then ignore them. It's awesome. You don't have to do anything at all with these weirdo spellements you keep getting. Alrighty, so I couldn't figure this out, so I asked for help on Discord, and this is the answer that I got. The conditional part of the spell for Forest Lord is that every positive charm you have up to 4 will create an overtime. The first 4 are consumed for the DOT before acting as a buff for the non-conditional part. It will use up to 4 blades to create a 4-round DOT that will add 145 damage to the DOT per blade that you gambit, meaning you can do a total of 580. And then any buffs lingering after the 4 charms are gambited will be used as buffs, and that's for the non-conditional or like regular hit. For the non-conditional part of the spell, after that, you will always create 2 overtimes, which will last 5 rounds and do 830 base damage. So I clearly have way more than 4 on me. So I'm just like adding more because I want to know what it's going to use up first and then what it's going to give. My main problem is the angle of it all. You can't see what damage is actually happening to your targets. And of course, once you hover over them, when they have the hanging effect of the DOT, you still can't see what the damage is, which is really weird. It would be really cool if they gave it a different color, whatever the conditional one is, something so that you know what the damage is, because when you have stuff on you and you hover over your name, it shows you. Guess I should hit him, huh? It took a long time for me to get this. Don't kill me. All right, we have 145 and 830 over 5 rounds. Yeah, it still didn't change anything in this. So let's get them and let's see what happens if they don't kill me first. I don't usually buff up my life this much. I don't usually need to, but I'm just testing this out for the spell. Go Foresty. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And see, and then it used all of those up. I'm so confused. Like, for real. So because I had more than 4 positive charms, it used all of those for the conditional. So it seems like it's not using any for the non-conditional. I don't get it. Or the regular hit. I don't know how you're supposed to boost this up damage-wise. Well, if they kill me, I don't care. I just want to see what happens. Because, of course, there's 250... Oh, I guess because they're so tiny, you can see it on them on keystones. Well, I mean, they could probably defeat me, but we'll see. Okay, 256, 256, 421. That's crazy. No, not that one. I would say pet heal me, but this isn't that type of pet. Next one's gonna get me, I bet. Come on, just boost yourself. Boost yourself. I thought I had a pretty good grasp on these, and then they throw stuff like this at me. So I don't care if they defeated her, because it's better than sitting there and watching those shenanigans. Now that we know that this is very confusing and does a lot of damage but doesn't kill fast enough, I'm actually going to reset this for 2,000 gold and do the top one, which is just more damage. So it goes up by 10 on either side, goes from 620 to 680 to 630 to 690. Now with Colossal being her highest Sun enchant spell, it just does 275, which honestly it's close enough to 300 for me. Let's boost it up. By the way, again, just as a reminder, these Upper Path Forest Lords are no advanced combat. So now it's doing 1,000. Alright, let's see if these monkey stands have any chance. By the way, I also don't have to target anyone, just saying. What? The cantrip's chest is on top of the ship? Ugh. Yeah, that's what I thought. No chance for you. I don't even think I needed any blades to do that.
Ouch, that hurt!
Boost up that Forest Lord. Alright, with no boosts on me whatsoever, but it is boosted up with the Sun enchant spell. Let's see what happens. Plus, I don't have to wait so many turns to use it. You know what these monkeys are thinking?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well, I definitely know which one I'm going to stick with for my particular life wizard. I'm going to stick with the standard method, the upper path, just because it's faster to use and I don't have to get all those boosts. And to me, it's kind of a waste if the boosts don't actually get used on the standard attack. So I guess I can explore it more, see if anybody answers other questions on Discord, but
I'm going to say absolutely categorically no.
yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the one that I can do a lot more damage. Which one do you like better? Do you like the one that adds a bunch of stuff? Do you have access to something that can detonate all overtimes? That would be handy. Let me know in the comments, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!